Hi, good day to you. My name is Joseph Patterson, and I'm here to talk to you a little about the UIC and to help you to understand what we're talking about here. The UIC is Jamaica's third registered political party, eh? But we're not just a political party seeking to repeat what you're used to and follow the model that you're used to. The model you're used to is one where the richest elite in the country, the richest individual, richest families, richest companies, they give large amounts of money to two political parties that they want in the race. And they fund those two parties knowing that whichever one of the two wins, they will always be in charge because they're the ones funding the parties. They have tricked us, the people, into thinking that our job is simply to go out there and vote and not to actually get involved in fully understanding government and governance and understanding why we need to fund and own our own party if we're going to have an effective government that works for us. So, the two parties do not work for you. Never have, never will, because they're not funded by you. And as long as you're not funding the two parties, they're going to work for who is funding them. They're being funded by the richest elites in the country and also by external forces. So they work for those forces. That is why they implement whatever they're being told from foreign sources on us. If they want to change our minds, our attitude, our morals, they simply dictate to the government here in Jamaica to say, do this now, teach your children these things, or don't teach them these things, in order to create the kind of society they want to see in Jamaica. That's the foreign forces, yeah? They also will say, put policies in place that allows us to extract your resources, even if that is going to destroy the health, destroy the sustainability of your people. They're going to do that. The same thing for the PSOJ oligarchs. Because they're providing the large amount of the campaign financing, they get to dictate again the laws and policies of the country to make sure the laws are so structured that the economy is designed to enrich them further and to block ordinary Jamaicans from being as successful as they could otherwise be in the Jamaican economy. Now, the UIC fully understands this, and that is why we have set out on the path, similar to Marcus Garvey, to say we need a political party which is 100% owned and controlled by the people at large. So we don't have a situation where our funding source is concentrated in the hands of a few rich elites. We want a broad-based ownership of the party. And so we have been building and seeking to convince us, the people of Jamaica, to embrace the idea of owning our own party. Funding, owning and controlling our own party. No, that's not easy. It means it's hard to raise funds because you're trying to convince ordinary Jamaicans to give $250 a week or $1,000 a month to fund their own party. You're trying to convince Jamaicans abroad to give $10 US equivalent per month to fund a movement in Jamaica to create the Jamaica that they want. That's not easy because people are not used to that. They are used to simply seeing the political parties jump up and down, doing things. They don't know where the money comes from to do it. And then they just dip their finger in the ink and vote and say, yeah, I had a say, I get to choose. No, you're not choosing. The choices have been prepared for you. So you're not really choosing. They're giving you two choices that they have prepared for you, the PSOJ oligarchs. So you're choosing between the two that they give you, which means you're still voting for the PSOJ oligarchs. They run things through the facade of these two colonial parties. Now, don't get me wrong. These two parties will fight each other viciously. Not at the high level. At the high level, they go and drink together and eat together. But at the lower level, they fight hard and brutally. And sometimes it can become quite physical. But at the end of the day, we, the people of Jamaica, will never have good governance. Now, the UIC wants us to have good governance. So for that to happen, we, the people, now have to take matters into our own hands by forming our own party. I've made it easier for you. I have stepped up and led the way and gotten 1,300 Jamaicans to join me in creating the UIC so that we have a registered party. They fought me hard enough. I had to fight for months with the Electoral Commission of Jamaica for them to finally register and approve and commission the UIC as Jamaica's third registered party. They try hard to stop us. But here's the even harder part. We now have to convince ourselves that we can do this, that we the people can do this, that we can come together, we can join together, and we can create our own party with our own 63 MP candidates and our own 228 council candidates and our own workers in every constituency. Very difficult because we have now become relatively lazy. We used to somebody just come and ring a bell or blow a horn and leg us some money and some things, and we just fall in line and say, yeah. We're used to that. It's ready made and done already. But we have to move away from that. We now have to get up and stand up and fight for our rights. We have to regain the spirit of volunteerism and work together now to rebuild. Otherwise, we're going to sit here and little by little, this country of ours will no longer be ours. It will be a place we call home, but we're going to be tenants in our own country because everybody else going to come. They're going to take our beaches. They're going to take our best land. They're going to take our build up big buildings which them own. And if we want to get in it, we have to go pay rent to get in it or pay massive amount of mortgage which we can't afford. And so more and more of us will be pushed out on the fringes, and only a few will be at the top enjoying our beautiful country. So I'm inviting all of you to just come and join the UIC and work with me to elect 63 candidates to take over our parliament and give Jamaica back to we the people for the first time in a very, very long time. It's over 500 years now that we've been suffering from outright slavery and colonialism to where we are today. And the time has come for us to change that. We have now experimented for 80 years with the two colonial parties in a trick. It was a trick. I know many of us didn't see it or understand it at the time, but it is still a trick. The trick has worked. It has kept us in the dark while they have milked us, borrowed trillions in our name, steal the trillions, and then sacrifice us to pay it back and tell us what a wonderful job they're doing, having done this to us. Yeah. So I'm saying, let's get up now, man. And it's not easy, guys. So it's not going to be an easy thing. It's not going to be you just watch Joseph Patterson and say, hey, watch him, and you're waiting for me to create a miracle. No, I have done all that I can do. It's now your turn. You have to now come in. You have to come and join hands with me. And together, we will save our country. It's not a one-man job. It's a people job. We the people. So you have to volunteer, you have to donate, and you have to join to make this happen. So join, volunteer, and donate. 3 little words. Join, volunteer, donate. Join, volunteer, donate. If you don't do that, we can't make it. You can sit and wish and hope and pray, but it naga change. But when you decide to say, I have had enough, I am going to join the UIC, I am going to volunteer in the UIC, I am going to donate to the UIC, then you're empowering us and you're empowering yourself and giving us the opportunity to take back our country. And we can do it, but it's not going to be easy. So when you see us look like we're not getting anywhere, it's all because of you. If you don't do your part, the movement can't move. The movement depends on all of us doing our part so we can get to that promised land of a new system, new